Well, just in time for the Younib at 1. My name is Alphonce Ouma. This afternoon, here are our top stories making the headlines. Now, to start us off, after police stopped activists and the relatives of missing Kenyans from going to the office of the president to give a list of those dead and unaccounted for during the anti-government protests, there was drama at Harambee House on Tuesday afternoon during the altercation. Journalists were exempted from the violence as officers wearing masks and plain clothes vandalized their equipment. In spite of the drama, campaigners and the impacted families gained entry to Harambee House and gave the list to Arthur Osia, the main administrative secretary. Take a look.
One of the cops just came from behind me, yanked the camera from my hand and then kicked it when it was on the ground. So now I can't even record anything or anything. That's what he did to the camera.
Kali ilikuwa imesema haina majina ya wale watu waliokufa. Pia kuna familia wamepoteza watu hajapata tu mpaka leo. So tumekuja kupeana majina yetu tukitumainia kwamba serikali itaturudia. Na hata wale walioua pia watatiliwa maanani watiwe ndani.
Mimi nahitaji tu justice ifanyike kwa brother yangu na si yangu peke yake. Hawa wote wamekuja kutafuta yani justice ya watoto wao waliopotea na wenye bado waliuliwa wapate justice. Hiyo tu ndio tunahitaji.
Mimi nataka tu justice ya mtoto wangu. Nimuone tu anirudie, turudi kwa ile hasa tulikuwa tunafanya. Kama angekuwa karibu na mimi, hatungekuwa hapa. Kila mtu angekuwa kwa shughuli yake kama wale wengine, kama Kenya wale wengine.
We have agreed that within 7 days we will be back here. We will be back here to follow up, to know what action has been taken. Kenyans cannot be dying left, right and center, killed by the same bullets that they pay for as taxpayers.
Now, Dr. Desire Mora, a medical intern at the Gatundu Level 5 hospital, was found dead on the balcony of her home, which she shared with a friend just meters away from the hospital. The circumstances surrounding the incident are unclear, but police in Gatundu South, Kiambu County are looking into the report that she committed suicide on Sunday of this week.
Around 10:30. A suicide incident that was reported to the station, which was reported to Gatundu police station. And officers from this station went to the scene, which is around 600 meters from the station, in an apartment within Gatundu town. And we established that there was a lady aged 27 years, about 27 years, who had committed suicide.
This is not the first time we have lost a life in Kiambu. We have lost some other 7 lives before, and we are sad about it. Therefore, we are urging the government to look at the issue. Here we have interns who have been out for a long period without having been given appointment letters. But even when they got the appointment letters, they still do not have their salaries. They do not even know when to expect.
What we have is the merge of several factors, all underlying the issue of systemic failure of the healthcare system. So you have an issue of understaffing coming together with an issue of like mistreatment of intern doctors, where they stay for months without being posted.
Now, the strike by lecturers, which began on Tuesday, is now on its 7th day and is primarily affecting students at all 35 public universities due to the strike. Many students are stuck on campus and aren't sure if they should go home or stay. Many people are having difficulty paying for maintenance and feel as though they are stuck in an academic limbo with empty lecture halls. Days after unrest shook the university's new finance model, lecturers went on strike.
Sometimes unapata some classes timetable inasema class from 7 asubuhi, so wewe ndio umeamka uko ready uende Daro. Kufika Daro unapata like empty desks hakuna wasee.
Kuna kwa nayo pesa ya matumizi yenye wazazi hututumia, ndio unaona saa kiko anatutumia na hakuna kitu tunafanya, nikaa tuna waste hiyo pesa. So mgomo ikiendelea obviously tu itabidi tufunge tu virago zetu turudi home.
As comrades, our request is that the government should listen to our lecturers, because we have heard that they had made an agreement to solve this issue in the year 2021, but so far nothing has been done.
Now, in an attempt to improve diversification and quick-bit growth trajectory, Safaricom Investment Cooperative is making a change as it looks to strengthen its position in the changing investment market. The CEO, Winston Churchill, claims that the rebrand is driven by customer references, which are always changing due to global trends, technology breakthroughs, and changing negative consumer behavior.
That will be good. Dr. George Ochi.
We are now scaling up our business. We're expanding, and that means that we have to be innovative, we have to be creative, we have to be thinkers. So we are coming up with what we call diversification strategy, where we come up with options for customers in terms of investment. This means that we need to be going outside the normal, the brick and mortar, to come up with innovative ideas, innovative products.
This underscores the cooperative movement continued significant and role in transforming the financial capabilities of many Kenyans by helping them earn and create wealth over time through various savings and investment opportunities.
Because in the era of quantum computing, artificial intelligence, and creative accounting, we know audit books are not just enough. So help us so that we develop a proper regulation framework for savings and investment cooperatives, so that we can assure these people, your members, that their shilling is as good as in the bank.
Now, the Privatization Act was ruled unlawful by the Supreme Court, dealing with another setback to the government. The measure that may have resulted in the privatization of 11 parastatals, including the Kenyatta International Convention Center, was declared unlawful by the High Court, and the KICC was also designated as a national monument by Justice Chacha.
Declaration is hereby issued that the National Assembly did not conduct reasonable, meaningful, adequate, and effective public participation before passing the Privatization Act 2023. The entire Privatization Act 2023 is therefore unconstitutional, null, and void. The decision to privatize Kenyatta International Conference Center or Kenyatta International Convention Center, a national monument, contravenes Article 10, Sub-Article 2 of the Constitution, read with the provisions of the Monuments and Heritage Act, and is therefore unconstitutional, unlawful, and void.
Well, that's all we had lined up for you for our top stories this afternoon. We are taking a quick break, and then Robert Smoke is coming with sport news on the other side of this broadcast. Don't go away.
ni mfanyabiashara katika sekta ya elimu, afya bora, usafiri ama unamiliki kampuni yoyote ile? Ungependa kupata fursa ya kutangaza biashara yako ili kuwafikia wateja zaidi? Usikonde. Runinga ya Younib inakupa fursa ya kupeperusha matangazo kuhusu bidhaa na huduma unazotoa kwa bei nafuu. Kwa maelezo zaidi, wasiliana nasi kupitia nambari za simu 0750344700 ama kupitia barua pepe marketing@younibtv.com. Jinyakulie leo. Younib TV, ever the best.
You know what, good folks? This is the Coffee Talk, and I, one and only the grandpa.
How do you merge motherhood with all this? At what point do you get time with your daughter?
I have to say, motherhood is bittersweet.
Welcome back. My name is Michael Robert and this is Sports News. Now our first story. Sports Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has called for urgent action to broaden Kenya's representation at future Olympic Games, emphasizing the need to focus on underrepresented sports and enhance early preparations. Murkomen urged sports stakeholders to step up their efforts in ensuring Kenya's Olympics future in more inclusives across multiple disciplines.
The reason why we don't attract resources to our federations is because our governance structure and accountability structures are wanting. All of you want to see out, you want to see government, you want to blame government. But what is happening with yourself? If you have a federation that has 10 years and they never had elections, who will fund such a federation? If you have a federation that is owned by 3 people.
Disputes, where they arise, we also call for a faster way of solving these issues, because who is going to be the loser? It is not me and you. It is because of these athletes that we are representing them here ourselves.
In other news, Kenya Breweries Limited has confirmed a 22 million shilling sponsorship for the Safari Sevens rugby competition, scheduled for October 13th to 15th. The 29th edition of the tournament will, for the first time, be held outside Nairobi and will be hosted in Machakos Stadium in efforts to highlight the country's diversity. Here is the story.
So if we go Safari Sevens and we have big teams, I believe both as partners will continue growing to immense heights. So my suggestion would be, let's look it in a different way and see how we can partner more and see how we can grow together.
It really gives me a lot of honor to announce that we shall be investing to the tune of 22 million shillings into this year's Safari Sevens to make sure that it's successful for the players and for the fans. And with this sponsorship, we will have become the official alcohol beverages and entertainment partner for the tournament.
And now for your midweek fixture updates. Carabao Cup action took place yesterday on Tuesday night. Manchester City beat Watford 2-1 despite missing out on Rodri, who is rumored to miss the entire season due to an injury. Meanwhile, Aston Villa beat Wycombe 2-1 as Chelsea also cruised to a 5-0 goal against Barrow. Here is the story.
I mean, any sense from Rodri himself as to...
Rod is a strong man. If he leave the pitch, and this action is that he felt something. Otherwise, Rodri stayed there. Rodri is a vocal guy, he's present. He's the best holding midfielder in the world. Potential, I would say, potential Ballon d'Or winner. I would love it. So it's important that, but it's happened. So at the end, it happened in the first minutes, and the other one, This is a type of games with Arsenal. It's like that. So we have to handle it. We have to handle it from many aspects. Like we were not used, and we have to handle it. And we did it. In many things, we did really good things.
And in tonight's fixtures, we have more action where we will have Arsenal facing Bolton and Liverpool will be facing West Ham. So that is it for sports today. My name is Michael Robert. Have a wonderful rest of your day.